Hello and welcome. This is the assessment. So this is probably what you want. So you're scrolling through all that stuff that we've been doing and going down to like page 25. So let's go through this. Okay. Task 1. What do you need to know about our cocaine assessment? Well, let's go. First of all, there's a video. So if you watch this video, it's going to give
The war
you
on drugs is moving into a new crisis.
some ideas about what we're talking about. So if you can, watch the video. It'll give you a rough ballpark picture. Okay, there are 3 questions to this assessment. You should know that by now. So here are the basic ideas of the 3. There's also a link here to look at some of the exemplars. The exemplars are only going to show you task 2 and task 3. So for the first one, for task 1, you've got to use some terminology. You've got to explain the map. This is the central thing to geography, is the map. You've got to explain what does this map show, and you've got to use some geographic language. This is the geographic language you must use. You've got to think, does the map show some of these patterns? And then you describe what's on the map using these pattern terms. Hang on, we've done this before. Correct. We looked at the pattern of wealth. And we wrote it up like this when we looked at wealth around the world. So you've got an idea. But in one of my cool things, here's a video of me talking inside a video. Whoa, I'm going to try doing this. Oh yeah, here he is.
Hello, class. This is what we were talking about today.
Okay, that's enough of me inside of me. Next one.
Hello, class.
Whoa, I can't stop me. Okay, so you must turn this map into words. There's also some stuff about a temporal pattern. You don't have to do this. This is really pushing it. This is going to the extreme. Don't do this if you don't want the top grade. There's also the world pattern of what's happening in 2020. You can see it's on the rise. There's recent trends. So this again backs you up and gives you some numbers to say in your assessment about what's happening, okay? What are the numbers? Task 2, why does it happen? Why do these contribute to the pattern, the factors and the processes, and all processes? It just means why does this happen? Now here are some reasons: wealth distribution, location, accessibility, climate, transportation, accessibility, the dark net, the population growth around the world, urbanisation. You don't have to do all of them. You're marked for 2. If you want to make a comment about each of them, that's okay. But remember, I'm looking at the depth of 2. If you're doing the depth of 7, you're doing too much work. I need 2 to see. Okay, I've thrown in some maps here. You have to explain why Africa is like this. There's some stuff that's happening in Africa. There's some ideas about Asia and why things might be like that in Asia. There's some ideas about Oceania and why it could be there. And there are amounts you can use. Next one, question 3 is social and economic, okay? You can't just do social. You must explain about the money that happens, okay? So this is task 3. Thank you, task 3. Okay, if you explain it, that's good. If you give some lots of details, that's a merit. And if you evaluate it, if you say, these are the most important reasons, if you provide some interesting insight, that again gets you the excellent. So start with the pattern. The patterns that you mentioned at the start: clustered, distributed, linear, what else? Why it spans out in a pattern. Right, here we go. Before my battery goes, the significance is social and economic. It could be individual. Again, click the link. There's a document there about a video we watched. It could have an impact on crime and corruption, healthcare, jobs. You could look at what happened to America with the corruption in America, the Iran-Contra scandal. I'm going to try and get out of this. Hopefully this will let me do this. Okay, next one. You could look at South America. Is it actually fair what's happening? And does everyone getting it evenly, the distribution there? And that is about us, except for on the World Drugs Report on pages 23 to 28 of 2020, there is some information about the impact of drugs around the world, okay? There's the cycle, the vicious cycle. When you're looking at these things here, these are ideas that show how your words can link into patterns and what's happening around the world. Next one is, there is an explanation of me explaining how you get